Hey everyone, welcome to the New Frontier. We got a quick video to add just another grain of information to the vast ocean of knowledge that is the internet. Today we're talking about the Nevada caucus. On February 22nd, the third state will cast their votes in the Democratic presidential primary election through a caucus. This is the second caucus we've seen so far. The first voting state was Iowa, which also voted through a caucus, then New Hampshire, and now we have Nevada that's also voting through a caucus. So what does the process look like? What is a Nevada caucus? Well, on February 22nd, on Saturday, you are going to go to the place listed on your voter ID to meet with fellow citizens and discuss who you want to be the next presidential candidate for the Democratic Party. You're going to gather with citizens, hear pitches for who delegates believe should be the next Democratic representative in the presidential election. You are then going to be counted depending on where you stand, who you choose to represent with. You're going to be in an auditorium, a library, or even at someone's house, and you're going to stand in a location that is represented by a name tag or a delegate for a presidential candidate. You may stand in the Pete Buttigieg section or in the Elizabeth Warren section, Tulsi Gabbard, Bernie Sanders, Joe Biden. You're going to stand in a section represented by a presidential candidate's delegate. If there are at least 15% of the people in your location standing with that candidate, it means they are viable. They'll move forward to the next step in the Nevada caucus process. If there are less than 15% at your precinct location standing with you and your presidential candidate of choice, you will then be asked to disperse to another presidential candidate's standing section or choose to no longer participate in the primary. Once all of the candidates are viable or have at least 15% of those gathered in the precinct, a proportional delegation will be selected, and those delegates that you select will then move on to the county leadership, the Democratic Party leadership for one of the 17 counties in Nevada, and then they will vote proportionally for delegates to go represent your selection at the Nevada State Party leadership. Then the party will cast their vote and disperse delegates according to who you selected. There are, of course, a handful of delegates that will be specifically decided by state party leadership, but over 2/3 of all delegates that are given in Nevada are given through your selection. So make sure you go get registered to vote. You can register same day on February 22nd. Go to a local DMV or polling place. You can get registered there and then find your precinct location and begin. Precinct gatherings start at 10 a.m. and votes will begin tabulation at 12 noon. Voting will take place on iPads this time, so instead of using the Shadow app that caused some problems in Iowa, the Nevada caucus will be using Google Forms on iPads ran by volunteers, and you will also be asked to fill out a paper ballot for a backup in case there's virtual interference. If you have any questions about the Nevada caucus, just drop a comment and make sure you subscribe for more public policy reviews and information about politics leading up to the 2020 election. Thanks, guys. Bye.